And I'm here with my TV, and this is my second time going live today because the other thing was acting up and I couldn't see the other buttons. Ooh, wait, let me try retouch. What does that do? That doesn't do anything. Create highlight. Can I create a highlight? At least 1 minute of the... It will create a short? Ooh, wait, let me do it again. Wait, no. I have to wait a minute. So how's your day going? How is everyone's day going? Is it going well? Yo. Okay. Stop. I know it's going well, right? Is it? Are you okay? Are you okay? Yo, this is why I don't take off my glasses. I probably look like a okay. Kidding. Wait, hold up. Oh! I think I look better with them on. Wait, now let's create a short. But I had a minute. Said it wanted me to do a minute, and I did a minute. I did more than a minute, and it only did 49 seconds. But you know what? Hold up. Let me get this hair out of my mouth, out of my eyes, out of my toes. Wait, stop. Ah, it's getting more. It's getting more in my face. What if I went bald? Would you still like me? Would you still watch my channel if I went bald? Yo. What if I'm a baldy? Ah! Okay, let me just... Well, honestly, if you haven't seen the first live, that is just me getting ready for what's about to come. What up? And me doing my intro, you know, my introduction, which is nothing. Because most of the time I'm lazy. Also, this is messy. This is so messy. Because I was using my phone camera, which sucks. My phone camera sucks most of the time, but you know, that's okay. But like I said, what we're gonna do is we're gonna play Roblox. So why not? You know, why not play a little Roblox, you know? Do you like Roblox? Because also, at the same time, I don't know how long it's gonna last. Like, Roblox. And I spent so much money on that game. Like, I spent, like, over $100 on Roblox. Which sucks. Because if it's gonna get deleted or banned or something like that, like, I don't know the controversy of Roblox, but there has been a lot of drama happening, which sucks because, like I said, I spent money on that game, and I don't want my money to go to waste. I remember wasting $5 on a sword that I never got on Death Ball. Now I never play it because they scammed me. They scammed me of my money, and I'm like, bro, why would you do that? I paid $5 for that, for my Robux, and they never give me my Robux back. So, like, I was hoping for a sword that I haven't gotten, okay? That, like, was a mystical sword. I never got that mystical sword. I got the same sword. The same common sword. Which sucks. Hold up, let me... And then we have this one here, and we're trying to, you know, keep it clean. Are you clean? Have I asked that? Are you clean? But it depends. What clean are we talking about? Like the clean as body clean or alcohol clean? Which clean? Are you clean? And then, how long have you been clean? I've been clean for a few hours now. Wait, and not in that way, bro. There are so many cleans. Like, you just don't know which clean I'm talking about. But also, let me see you smile. Like, if you're not smiling, start smiling. Because you look better when you smile, right? And we don't want to see you frowning. I look terrible when I frown, right? Wait, it uses up more muscle. It uses up more muscles when you frown. Wait, no. Yeah, I don't know why I'm so happy. Okay, it uses up more muscles when you frown. And you don't want to waste all your muscles. And also, you don't want any wrinkles. So just keep on smiling. Don't fake smile though. If you're gonna fake smile, just don't smile at all. Cause, I mean, if you're fake smiling, some people are gonna notice. Because you're not alone. Nobody's really alone. Because you have each other. Even though there are some people who feel like they're alone, including me. Like sometimes I feel like I'm alone because I got no one to talk to most of the time. And then, not most of the time. I just don't talk a lot. And I like to keep it to myself because sometimes you build a mental wall around yourself or a mental house around yourself, and you're the only person that's in that house. And when someone tries to get in that house, you feel a little violated and confused because you're like, this door has never been opened. Like, it's hard to open a door that has never been opened. It's like cobwebs on it and there's big spiders on it, and those are fears that you're gonna get hurt again, because when you build a wall around yourself, you've gotten hurt before, and that's why you build it, because you built it based on fear and the past basically builds you, and it sucks because people don't know what you're going through unless they ask, like, hey, are you okay? um and most people, they don't ask if you're okay, they just assume that you're okay. And then with some friend groups, you're the punching bag. Like, some friend groups treat some of their friends like the punching bag, and the punching bag can't say anything about it because they want to stay in that friendship most of the time, and they don't know how to get out of it because they always see them. And you don't want to lose someone that lose people that you care about or that you think care about you. But you never want to be a punching bag in a friendship, because that sucks, because you can never tell anyone in a friendship, and you don't want to be like in a friendship that you can't trust. If you don't trust anyone in there, leave. There are other people. There are 7 billion people in the world. Some of them are bad, some of them are good, but 7 billion people, four out of one has a mental illness. So if you're in a classroom, just remember that, because you're not alone. And you have me. You can always talk to me. I'm not gonna leak my phone number though, but you can talk to me if you need anything. And I know that I would love to talk to someone if I needed someone. And I do. I have, like, some people that I trust, which is nice because not everybody has that. And you need to build up the trust and let people in a door that you haven't opened yet. And you haven't opened it in a while. And then we have the people who, like, when you open up, you're being vulnerable. And when you're vulnerable, anyone can hurt you. And that sucks. That really, really sucks. Because it's like you let yourself open up to that person. And it takes a while after you've been hurt so many times. And it sucks when they just leave. They leave and close your door again. And this time they slam that door. They, like, shut it so tight that sometimes you feel like you can't even open it no more. And sometimes you just have enough. Like, you just had enough of everything, and you feel alone and trapped, and it sucks. It really sucks. So I get it. I understand. And if you need anything, you can contact me, comment on one of my videos or something, and say, I need help. Or not I need help, because once you say I need help, it it can trigger certain reactions. Like some people could be dealing with really, really bad stuff. And that's why most of the time you don't want to bully, because when you're bullying, you're hurting that person. Even if they bullied you, who knows what they've been going through? Just ignore them. It's not easy. Obviously, not going to be easy, but just ignore them. And if they're going too far, you talk to someone. You talk to someone about it. And and that's hard to do. That's really hard to do, to talk to someone. And it sucks. You know, you need at least one true friend that you can truly trust. You need one true friend that you can tell almost anything to, but at the same time you want them to tell you something too, because you don't want to be like a burden. You don't want to seem like a burden to them, or like they can't trust you, because in a friendship, if you want to be best friends, both of you two have to trust each other. And that's a hard thing to do, because I don't trust a lot of people. I only trust, I think, one, two, or three people. And like when I was younger, I used to trust almost everyone. When you're younger, you're naive. You're always vulnerable. And when you're younger, things can hurt you more easily. Like, for example, say you get humiliated in front of the bus for what you said or for what you did, and you keep on doing it because you feel like it makes them feel better. Or like you stop doing it and stop being yourself altogether. And honestly, I hear this a lot. Who cares about what people think? I do. We do. We care about what people think, because we are in a community with them. We have to deal with them, and it sucks to deal with them. And that's why we care about what people think, because we always have to deal with them, and that sucks. It sucks. And you know, I think about it a lot. Like, once you're in the school with them, you can't really run away from them. You could try to ignore them or like block them. You can't run away from them, because they're there. They're there, and they're in your life. They might not be like your personal best friend or the person that's in every single one of your classes, but you see them and they're there. And that's what makes it so hard to ignore them, because they're there. Yeah. And like I talk to my therapist, or my school counselor, and then I'm like, my school counselor is an absolute idiot. She's an idiot, because she doesn't know a single thing. You know why she doesn't know a single thing? Because she never dealt with the thing that I've went through. She never dealt with depression or stuff like that. And it's like, why do the schools hire people who doesn't even know or understand what the child is going through? Like, why do the schools do that? Like, sometimes, like, in my school, the school that I'm going to, like, my old school, well, not really my old school, but I trusted teachers more than my counselor. Teachers, because they actually went through it. And honestly, I feel like the teacher would do better with being a counselor than a crash out king. Like, I don't know if I should say his name, but one of my teachers, I'm gonna call him Mr. L. I trusted him a lot, and we called him a crash out king. Not a crash out king, but we called him king. We we never really listened in that class. But the thing is, when I talked to Mr. Lee about my feelings and about how I've been feeling, he was more understanding than the counselor. And I'm like, how is that possible? Like, he actually listened, he gave advice, and he was more understanding than the freaking counselor. I feel like the counselor is just there to be there and to talk to people and to make sure that they don't do anything in the school grounds. Like, I'm like, once, this is very personal to me, but I remember like doing things to myself, and she found, like, the counselor found out, and she's like, oh, don't do that in the school grounds. I went silent. I'm like, yo, what? I shouldn't do it at all. Like, you should tell me, oh, don't do it at all. But she didn't say that. She said, not in the school grounds. Sweetheart, not in the school grounds. And why are you calling me sweetheart? I don't trust you. I don't trust you. I mean, honestly, you're supposed to open up to a counselor. My counselor didn't do nothing. And I am surprised that she's still in the freaking school. Like, she is built like Gru. Honestly, I'm not usually a judgmental person, okay? But when you're mean, when you're, like, being, like, she was mean. My counselor, she was more mean about it than nice about it. So when you're mean, like, obviously, people are gonna say bad things about you because you're mean, right? If you're not mean, like, if she was nice, being sweet, being understanding, trying to understand, then, I mean, that, you wouldn't be getting those comments. And honestly, I agree with some of the people there. She isn't understanding. I'm gonna call her Mrs. H. Mrs. H was a dumb little idiot. I don't know why she was a counselor. Does she even have a degree? Did she even go to college? That's my question. And the principal was more understanding than the counselor. I'm gonna call her Mrs. D. Okay? Mrs. D, more understanding. The assistant principal, more understanding than the freaking counselor. Like, what? So what I started doing, I started using the counselor as an excuse to skip class. Because when I was in a classroom with someone I did not get along with, or if I was in a very boring class, like Mrs. M's class, she was a very boring class. Okay, we didn't do anything, and it was science. I did not understand science, but apparently I got better in science than in English, or which I'm very surprised about, because I don't pay attention in science. And when my friend, I'm gonna call it D. Wait, no, I'm Addie. I'm gonna just say the name. When my friend Addie, like, when she left to go on vacation, I just started sleeping in Mrs. M's class. I do not, like, I either slept or skipped it by using the counselor, and I would just yap to the counselor and pretended like, oh yeah, I trust you. I did not trust a single thing about that counselor. She was mean. And honestly, I think she found out, like, what I was doing, because, and also Mrs. M and Mrs. H, they both found out what I was doing, which sucks, because then I had to go, like, not go to the counselor as much. So I just started sleeping in class, and I barely got in trouble. But the thing is, I always got my work done in the class. Like, most of the time, I would do it at home, and I would get near 100%. And I didn't even pay attention to the class. I barely looked anything up. Like, I think I remember looking a few things up, because it was hard. And then I found out you were supposed to look everything up, which, I mean, and Mrs. M, she isn't a very top of the class science teacher. I ask her a question. She does not know what the question means. And we do most of the same thing, like most of the same things every single day, which sucks. But I'm not gonna be in her class anymore. And also, she was mean. She was really mean. And even though I was getting my homework done, she still called my mom. When I was above 60. Above 60. She called my mom. And I'm like, yo. I started having an attitude with that teacher. Because why in the world would you call my mom when I was above 60? I was working up to my assignments because I was up pretty late to my assignments. But I was still working up. And the thing is, she gives out 50 assignments a day. And she gives it out at the end of the class. And I'm like, why do you give it out at the end of the class? Why do you do that? Like, what? Give it out at the start of the class. Tell us what we're going to be doing. But no. She gives us an assignment. And 10 minutes left in class. And the assignment is 30 minutes. The assignments have about 30 questions on there. We have to do a survey with the assignment. And then a quiz. And then I'm like, yo, you giving us 3 assignments, 10 minutes left in class, and you're expecting me to get it all done? And then I see some of the people, and they got it all done. And I'm like, yo, they must be Sonic or something. They have to be stopping time. Because there is no way that I am getting this done in 10 minutes left in class when it's a 30-minute assignment. And then we had to do a diagram? Diagrams? You really expect me to do all that? Yo. I'm not bad at science. I'm not that bad. But most of the things in science, I already knew. And we, like, reviewed them, like, a bajillion of times. And then I remember taking a quiz. Okay, so we first started the subject, okay? The first day, we take a quiz about it. And I'm like, why are we taking a quiz about it? We just learned it. And I had to be like, this must be a joke. This has to be a joke. Because I am not finishing this. I am not doing this quiz. How do you expect me to do a quiz that I don't even know about? Like, what? Who do you think I am? I'm not that smart. Okay, but I went up to her desk. I looked at her. She looked at me, and I'm like, we're supposed to get this done in the class, right? And she's like, yeah. At 3 o'clock. Her class was the last class. The last class. And since it was the last class, we only had a few more minutes left of school. So, 10 minutes left in class, okay? It's 5 minutes has already went by. Okay? And I'm over here with 2 questions done. 2 questions, just 2. And it's due at 3. And it's about, I don't know, 240. And she expects me to get that done. Like what? Like what? You really expect me to get that done? At 3? 3. So, at Roar. We call that Roar. I don't know. They must be some furries because it's called... I can't say that. I can't say the district. Because next thing you know, someone's going to hunt me down and find me. They're going to hunt me down and find me. But, I'm going to call it, Lion. Okay? Let's just call it Lion. Okay? And I feel like they're obsessed with lions because we call the last period, not really last class or something like that, because it's not really class. We call the last thing of the day roar. Yo. Yeah, I'm going to roar. I hate saying it. I just say I'm going to my 7th period. Because I'm not saying roar. Like, do you really expect me to say, oh yeah, I'm gonna spend about 20 minutes in roar? No. So, um, I am a very slow worker. Very, very slow. I don't know why she expected me to get that done. I always hated that teacher. But let's go to Mr. M. Okay, he was a health teacher. Okay, he was very nice. And he didn't have much assignments. Most of the time, I always looked them up because these were words I didn't know. I feel like one of the words had to be paralysis. What does that mean? What does that mean? Is that even a word? Like, this is off my dictionary. My dictionary is down here. Why are you going all the way up here? Up here. Like, I'm not that smart. I'm not that smart. So, I have been in health before. Multiple years. I still don't remember a single thing. A pelvis? Where does that go? On my body? Where? A bicep? What is that? What is that? Toes? I don't know what that is. So, you know, I think it had a hamsterish. It has to be one of the thighs or something. But there is way too many words for me to know. And also, I'm gonna call this place Tech, okay? I remember taking a tour at Tech, okay? The tour at Tech was so cool. But also, I went to the doctor's area, okay? They had, like, a fake baby, okay? They had a lot of materials, stuff like that. But then, I started naming the parts of the body, which I did not know I could name. And one of the students there, they're like, oh, you should join the shop. You know pretty good stuff. I look at her like, really? And she's like, yeah. I mean, yeah, it was a pretty good compliment. Thank you for calling me a nurse. But right after, I forgot everything. I did not remember health. And then in red, like high H red. Oh no, not red. Oh, I'm gonna just call it H red now because I'm not saying the last name. H red, or red high. We have to do health. I'm gonna fail. Everything that I learned in school, I forgot. You might as well have put me in summer school, and I would still forget everything. Like, what? I should have signed up for that thing. Even though it was $100, I still should have signed up for it. Because honestly, I do not feel like doing health. You really expect me to do all that? Who do you think I am? Billie Eilish. You know, I just named a smart celebrity. I don't even know if she's smart, but, you know, pretend she is for a day. But like, as I was saying, I'm not that smart. So we're supposed to be doing health. Okay. I'm done yawning. We're supposed to be doing health. I hate health. Not hate. I don't hate health. I hate science. And I kind of hate English. But, I mean, yeah. Should we go to a story about Mr. Lee or Mr. M? Mr. M, I also trusted Mr. M because he was a nice guy. And I miss his class. We also have that is literally her name, Mrs. Q. Mrs. Q is literally her name. But her class wasn't that difficult. We had to do a lot of presentations, and I had so much anxiety with doing presentations that we did walk a trail or walk in shoes or something. That assignment made me cry because it's like, oh, is anyone you know in jail and you had to step up? Okay, it's like when you hear those audios on TikTok or YouTube, and they're like, who do you know your dad? And then one person steps up, or a few people step up, or like people who know their dad step up, or um, is your grandma still alive? And like if they stay back, or if a person steps up, it's like things like that. And it honestly made me so sad because I realized that like so many people also go through the things that I go through, and it sucks. And I started crying afterwards, and like Mrs. Q was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good." Well, I rubbed my eyes because of the tears, and also I had lashes on, so I did not want those things to fall. They would flutter away. They have done it before, especially on windy days. Like they love to like fly me away or something. I don't know. Am I able to wear sunglasses? It's cool. Could I wear sunglasses? Would they allow me to wear sunglasses? I don't know. I am not high. Hopefully they do not like be like they go all up in my face and say and ask, "Are you high? Is that why you have sunglasses?" And I'm like, "No, no, no. I just like them because they're nice." Um, and that's why I have them on right now. And also, this eye is like is tweaking. But this is my story time. We, I would try to do a few more story times, you know. But the thing is, these story times are happening in real life. They are real life events. They're not like some made up event like, oh yeah, um uh a unicorn started chasing me. I ran so dramatically up the hill and down the hill and up the mountains. This isn't that kind of story time. It's real life story time. And also, I'm not gonna be in a car, be like, oh yeah, this person is outside my door. You see them? Did you see them? Yeah, they're outside my door right now. I feel like they're gonna haunt me. At this point, you might as well call the police. I don't know if I ever called the police. I never called the police. Wait, I think I have once when the house caught on fire. Now that is the thing. That is a real life event that I have proof of. You know, I have pictures of the remaining house, not videos of the house going on fire. Because why in the world would I record the house going on fire? Like, what? I wouldn't do that. Because that, honestly, that's just disrespectful. And I do not want everyone to know, oh my God, Hannah. I'm gonna call myself Hannah for now. But Hannah, are you okay? Are you okay? I do not want people taking pity on me. But also at the same time, I did like from telling my story to several people. They were like, "Oh my God, are you okay? Are your siblings okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah." But let me explain that situation because, like I said, I haven't talked about it. Wait, hold up. let me fix something real quick. Okay, so I haven't talked about it because it's kind of sensitive to me because I was the person. Me and my sister and my baby brother were the only people in the house. My mom was signing up for a college with her fiance that I'm gonna call C, because I do not feel like, you know, exposing anyone's name. And um yeah, so we were this was near noon, okay? We were cooking up some fries, like I was like do in the air fryer. Air fryer, not air fire. Oh my god. Can I make that joke? Can I make that joke? Or is it too soon for you? Too. But the air, like making up some fries, I put the aluminum foil on the bottom. Like I always do. We always put the aluminum foil on the bottom to keep the food clean and to make sure that it heats up well. He, excuse my grammar. To make sure that it, like, evenly heats up. But I cooked the first round of fries, no problem, for me and my baby brother. Okay, the second round of fries was for my sister. Okay, there were. I'm not really. I don't know if I should mention this, but there were some problems with the house, and hopefully this does not get me in trouble. And I don't know if it was just a very bad coincidence, and my mom's car was already acting up, things like that, and it just sucked. It really, really sucked. So I cook up the second round of fries, okay, um and I went back in the living room, okay, sitting on the couch. I The second round of fries that was for my sister, they weren't ready yet. Okay, so I was watching some Gumball because I really love Gumball, y'all. I really love Gumball. And then I see smoke. I still remember it too. Like I remember seeing smoke, and then it was a bunch of smoke. Oh, I might cry. I might cry. Stop. But it was a bunch of smoke, and I go in the kitchen. Um, I'm trying not to cry. Stop. I go in the kitchen and I see that the air fryer is on fire. Um, I was on the phone with. I'ma call him M. I was on the phone with him. He was in the bathroom or something. Obviously, he would be muted, but he was doing something. And I just see the fire. I stare for a few seconds, and then I start yelling to my sister, C. Okay, I start yelling to my sister C that there's a fire, and she was like, "What?" And I honestly like start yelling again, like there's a fire. That's all I could say, because I was speechless. Like I was speechless. So, um, quote my sister C. She opens up the door. My baby brother Jay. We'll call him Jay. I don't know if I mentioned his name before. And he runs out. Well, he doesn't really run out the door until like he follows my sister Chloe, and I yell at Chloe, find people, like tell someone in the neighborhood, because they were closer. And then I go back to the kitchen where there was a fire. Okay, I unplugged the air fryer that was on fire. That rhymes. I unplugged that, which I could have been electrocuted. I am so surprised that I didn't get electrocuted at that time. And then I start looking under the cabinets, looking for a fire extinguisher. I couldn't find any fire extinguisher. And I stayed in there for about 30 seconds. Then I started losing my breath. Like I started losing air to breathe because the fire, like the smoke was like getting in my lungs, and there was a lot of smoke in my lungs. So it was hard for me to get out of the house. And I started stumbling and stuff like that. And then once like I saw the door that was open, my sister opened up the door. She was already running, and my baby brother, he didn't know what was going on. But I tell him to go over there, and okay, another content clue or whatever. My sister was upstairs. She did not see the fire. She didn't see it at all, and I'm so glad that she didn't. And then I go outside, And I just look at the house for a second and I see black smoke. I see a lot of black smoke. And this whole entire situation, it is so chaotic because it gets worse. It gets worse. Okay? So then the fire happens and I tell my sister to call the police. Okay? I hang up on the phone. Like, he already heard everything. Like, he heard me yelling there was a fire. That was so humiliating to me. And I was just crying. My heart stopped and I'm like, is this really real? Like, is this actually happening? Because I'm like, oh my god, this is actually happening. This is real. This is real life. And I I stopped for a moment and I start crying because I didn't know what to do. My mom wasn't home. My mom's fiance wasn't home. No adults was in the house. So my sister found an adult uh, that we think is someone who tried the poison my mom's fiance. My sister said that, um, and she doesn't really trust her that much. But like she called the firefighters or whatever because I did not know the location. I couldn't think at that moment. Like, a fire just happened. I could not think. And then so many people go out because the lady, I don't even know who the lady's name is, but she starts like telling everybody there's a fire. And I am just shaking. Like, I am crying, I am shaking. I call my mom. The police was already there. The police couldn't do anything because there was no water. I hear the firefighters like all there, okay? And everyone just started crowding around me and my sister and my brother. I had no shoes on because I ran out the house. I felt so hopeless. Like and it was scary because I couldn't say anything. All I did was cry. And then people around me, they was like, everything's gonna be okay, everything's gonna be okay. And I'm like, what? Huh? I couldn't hear a single thing. And then the police, she comes up to me and she's like, so what happened? I could not talk. I could not talk. She asked for my mom's number. I give her my phone because I still could not talk. Um, and then, like, it was just so stressful. It was really stressful. And I was also dealing with friend problems at the time and other problems at the time. But, the fire was the cherry on top. And also, my mom had a rental. Like, she had a rental. She did not have, like, her car because her car broke down. Okay? Her car wasn't working. So she comes around here, like, she comes back to the house, the burning house, 30 minutes after. Okay? The police and the firefighters were here. They were, like, spraying the house. On the news article thing or whatever, it said it was $75,000 in damage. Jizz. $75,000 in damages. That freaking sucks. And honestly, I am very tempted to just show the news articles and stuff because I mean, people might not believe me because I mean it's like a big situation, really big situation, and I've been dealing with other situations as well, like sexual assault situations. So that was very bad. It was very bad timing, and like we haven't done anything over the summer. And also, it was in the summer, near my mom's birthday. And I was just flabbergasted. Flabbergasted that something like that could happen. And I'm so happy that I called down my sister because imagine if she was sleeping. I would have to drag her out of the bed while there was a fire in the house. I mean, it could have been a worse situation with the fire. It could have been way worse. I mean, it could have burnt the whole entire house down, and we had to stop, drop, and roll. If if my sister didn't like get anyone as fast as they could, the house probably would have been worse. But at the same time, I wish it was, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. So after we get everything set up with the insurance and everything, usually you wouldn't want your house to get worse than it already is, right? So it was my mom's fiance's house because his parents gave it to them. His parents, like right, like a day after the house fire, they're like, "Oh, we want the house back." Because the house insurance is gonna like replace everything in the house for free. For free. So his parents is like, "Oh, we want the house back. We really want the house back." And they were in Georgia. Georgia. The home of the peaches. Georgia. That sucks. And I know I'm saying a lot, and I'm probably gonna have this live go up to an hour and probably not more, but it's a very bad situation, especially since his parents want to get the house back, even though we're getting like so much better. Like the house is gonna look so much better if they did some work on it. But the thing is, his parents are taking the house back, which sucks. And now like we all had to live in my grandmother's. I was gonna live in my grandmother's anyway. Right now, I'm in my grandmother's. I'm not back there in Maryland. But I will say the location now. That doesn't mean you send mails to that location, because then like I feel like I would be forced to take the live down. But it was in Edgewood, Maryland. Maryland. I'm not gonna say the house number, but if you look up Edgewood Fire or something like that, it should be a month ago or something like that. Should you can find the article by yourself if you want to about the fire, or I can share it on my own page, which I'm probably gonna do. So yeah, me, my sister, my siblings, we didn't get hurt. Okay, my baby brother, he's 4. Okay, my sister, she's 10, and I am 14. So I mean, not everyone goes through a house fire, and that's kind of why you do not want to bully anyone. You don't want to bully anyone you don't know about or anything. Like, don't bully at all. Don't bully at all. There's no reason for you to bully, because there's already hate in the world. There's so much hate in the world. And next thing you know, the person that you bully, they could do something to themselves or do something to you or to others and stuff like that. Like, why do you think that suicides and school shootings happen from students? Because of bullying. Honestly, who would want to pursue something like that without a reason? They have to have a reason, right? There's a reason for everything. And also, maybe they're just unstable, and that's why you need to help them. Like, it's not that hard to not bully. It's not that hard. Like, just don't bully. And I've been bullied a lot, and that is one of the reasons why I always close my mental house door. because I don't trust anyone, because like my friend group, like I'm pretty sure at one time I was the punching bag of the friend group. It sucked. It really sucked. And they're like, "Oh, and like they were always leaving me out. You do not want to be in a friend group that you always get left out of. If you are, leave. It's not like they would notice. Don't leave in like earth. Leave and find a new friendship. Leave and find a new friendship, because it's not gonna be easy, obviously. But if you are being a punching bag, don't let them punch you. Just leave. It's not easy to leave. I get it. But leave. Because, like I said, you don't want to be a punching bag. You really don't. Being a punching bag sucks. It literally sucks. Like, my friends, like, it feels even worse when your own friends bully you. When your own friends are the reason that you would pursue in such dangerous actions. Like, and they're like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" When they finally realize, or when something actually happens, they're like, "What?" And then, like, it's like, well, what did you expect? Did you really think they were gonna be like, um, I'm laughing because I'm getting punched over and over and over again. Soon, a punching bag is gonna break. It's gonna break one day if you punch them hard enough. All of the sand will spill out. It will die. Don't let your punching bag die. Don't punch it at all. Punch. Don't even punch a wall. Don't walk on a carpet, cause walk on a. Don't walk on a person. That's what I meant. I'm not. Yo, don't walk on a carpet. I'm never saying that again. But like, don't walk all over a person, cause when you walk all over people, that person will hate you. They will dislike you. But sometimes they don't realize that they're getting all walked over, which sucks. I was never able to play Roblox, which sucks. I'm probably gonna play it later though, but I'm not really gonna record. So this is my 2-hour live. It's not gonna go on for 2 hours, because I got things to do, TikToks to make. But if you want my TikTok, just comment. Okay, this live is gonna be up for, I don't know. I'm gonna try to make it public. If I remember, I'm gonna try to make it public. But this live is gonna be up for quite a while, and my embarrassing moments will be recorded. I'm kidding. Hopefully not. But I'm trying to make YouTube a career, or trying to become an influencer. That is not easy. Being an influencer is not easy. It's not like an easy job. It's not something you could just like pop it up in your hands. But honestly, this is like, I want to be an influencer and a lawyer. And the money that I make from YouTube, or the money that I make from TikTok, is going to go into my college, my law school. I'm going to use that money to become a lawyer, or to become a business owner. Stuff like that. Like, I want to own a business, or I want to be my own boss. I don't want to work for anyone. Maybe at first I could work for people, because obviously I'm gonna be working. I'm gonna have a job. I really want a job. Okay. And once I get that job, I will be happy, because I will make money, and I will get a car. And soon I want a house at the age of 24. And maybe I might do YouTube. I might still be doing YouTube at the age of 24. And I don't know if I would like live stream my child. If I show my child on camera. Because, like, I don't know, usually people don't show their children on camera, because then they're just milking the children for views. I'm not going to do that to my child. But, when I do have a child, I will say it, and I will show not their face, okay, but I will show them and pictures of them. And I will share the journey of being pregnant. So, but I'm not pregnant. I'm not pregnant. That's not going to happen until a while. And hopefully that doesn't happen till I'm 24. I'm going to try. Yeah. But right now, I want to have some fun with your life. And if you're thinking about pursuing and anything else like getting pregnant or, I don't know, stuff like that, make sure that you're all prepared. Because a baby, when you're taking care of a baby, that's a lot. It's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of commitment. You have to be committed to taking care of that baby. You do not want them to have a bad life. Okay? Unless you do, which is weird. And if you want to like make, I don't know, pollute the planet, I don't know. But I would want my baby to have a nice life. And a very good life. Also, in about 4 more minutes, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna text my friend Addie. Hopefully, she doesn't see this. I'm gonna text my friend Addie because I haven't replied to her, and I know that she texted me. I don't know who else texted me. I'm gonna check. Oh, I missed the text from someone. Okay, I'm gonna have to remember to. Oh no, they're probably away from their break now. I'm gonna take it back. Yeah, but I'm gonna do that and stuff like that. This today was just me yapping, and hopefully next time, hopefully I don't be gone for too long, and I'll be posting. I'll try to post some dancing videos of me dancing. But see how that goes. It's probably not gonna look that good because I rarely dance on camera. And wait, let me try to do the hokey pokey. I haven't done that in a while. So do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Wait, I don't know the hokey pokey. Wait, okay. So I can't see myself. So you put your left wait. Wait, this is okay. So you put your left foot in and put left foot out. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself. I don't know. Did I do well? Wait. You put your right foot in, you put your left foot out. Do the hokey pokey, you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Okay, I'm about to leave. That was so bad. That was so. Tell me if I did it wrong. Tell me if I did it wrong. Look at a comment. Comment if I did it wrong. Okay, because I probably did it so wrong. Wait. I'm gonna try to do the floss. I don't know how to like do the floss, so I'm gonna try to do that. Hopefully it's not that hard. Whatever. Okay. So this, yo, I give up. This, okay. I give up. Honestly. But that was, wait, hold up. That was my live, and I am going to end it in about a minute because I need to be replying to these messages so that I don't get saddened by not replying to them. But I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you have a nice breakfast. Hopefully you eat breakfast, and hopefully you eat lunch and dinner, and you have a nice dinner. And I mean, let's look outside. Let's see. It looks pretty decent outside. So hopefully, you take a walk. Oh! I cannot hear a single thing. Make sure to take a walk, because it looks like it's going to be a pretty breezy day, and I will see you next time. Bye. Wait, how do I end this?